tell me. Pop it down. Definitely.
Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Lochem Shalom Aleichem, Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom to all of you who've stayed home tonight. It's just us in the sanctuary coming to you, and hopefully all of us will begin this evening service letting go of what this past week has been and moving into Shabbat together. So we begin, as always, we are beginning with Shalom Aleichem, page 76. Before we light candles and bring an intention to that.
Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Lochem Shalom Aleichem, Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu Nila Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Seitchem l'Shalom, Malachei Shalom, השרת מלאכי עליון ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש הקדוש ברוך הוא.
So we're going to light candles here in the sanctuary. I invite all of you at home to light your candles, transform your spaces into Shabbat spaces now. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. So let's go straight to Yadid Nefesh. We are in service number 2. We're on page 78.
ידיד נפש אב הרחמן משוחדך אל רצונך ירוץ צדך כמו יעל ישתחווה אל מלכותך כי ערב לו ידידך ממופת ובכל טעם ידעי ידעי שלומך תאיר ארץ מכבודך נגלה בניסים חפה מהרוב כי במועד וכוננו כי מעולם ידעי ידעי
As we find ourselves settling in for Shabbat, let's turn to Lachadodi on page 91.
לחדודי לקראת קלה בני שבת לקבלה 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 שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד השמיענו אל עם יוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם אל תפארת ולתהילה לחדודי לקראת קלה בני שבת לקבלה לחדודי לקראת קלה בני שבת לקבלה התעוררי כי בעורף פרומי אורי 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 שדוברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלח לחדודי לקראת קלה בני שבת לקבלה לחדודי לקראת קלה בני שבת לקבלה בואי בשלום את תרד בעלה גם בששרה עובדות חולה תוך אמונה ומסוגולה בואי הלאה בואי הלאה לחדודי לקראת קלה בני שבת לקבלה לחדודי לקראת קלה בני שבת לקבלה.
Baruch Hu, we're on page 92. Stand if you'd like.
La 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 la
free to sit down. Feel free to join me as we move into the blessings before the Shema. And I offer, as I often do on a Friday night, the prayer written by Rabbi Mark Solomon. You form light and create darkness. As time is a tapestry of day and night, our lives are a weaving of light and dark. Like a slow dawn, we discover who we are. Like twilight, we linger in doubt and anxiety. We endure nights of rejection by others and ourselves, and bright days of acceptance and joy in who we are. You make peace and create everything. We look around and see a world of endless change and diversity. As we rejoice in the variety of creation, we come to accept our own uniqueness. As we delight in our own uniqueness, we appreciate all human diversity and live at peace with ourselves. Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim.
אהבת עולם בין ישראל, עם האהבת, עם האהבת. תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו למדת, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו, וקומנו נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובצמאותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה, נגה יומם ולילה. ואהבת אל תעשי ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod, Shem Kavod, Malchuto Leolam, Leolam Va'ed. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, with all your might. And these words which I command you shall be on your heart, and you shall teach them to all your children. And you shall talk of them when you're sitting in your house, when you're walking by the way, lying down and getting up. And you shall write them on the doors of your house, upon your gates, upon your gates. תזכרו, ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אמת ואמונה כל זאת וקיים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואין זולתו, ואנחנו ישראל עמו. הפודנו מיד מלאכים, הגואלנו מכף כל הארצים, ויוצא את עמו ישראל ממצרים לחירות עולם. וראו בניו גבורתו, שיבחו והודו לשמו, ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם. לך ענו שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדע בקודש, נורא תהילות, עושה פלא, עושה פלא. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדע בקודש, נורא תהילות, עושה פלא, עושה פלא.
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים.
ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל יושבי תבל. Stand if you're ready, if you want to stand for the tefillah, for us to bring in and mark Shabbat instead of those 13 petitionary paragraphs during the week. We allow ourselves a moment to just say Shabbat, and it's here. And we will try not to change anything about the world or our lives and just sit with it. We're on page 97 for those following in our Siddur.
אדוני שפתי תפתח ופיה כי תחילתך. אדוני שפתי תפתח ופיה כי תחילתך. Eternal God, open up my lips, that my mouth shall declare your praise. Eternal God, open up my lips, that my mouth shall declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanura, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'Mevi Gula Livnei V'Nehem, L'ma'an Shemo B'Yahava, Melech Hozer Mashiach Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מזריח השמש ומוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישוע. ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה המתים. קדוש אתה ונורא שמך, ואין לנו אלוה מבלעדיך, ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. Let's sit down as we sing together Vashamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. בני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Eternal God, be gracious to your people Israel. In your love, accept their prayers. May our worship now and always be acceptable in your sight. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levadecha b'yira na'avod. As we offer modim anachnu lach, as we offer our blessing of gratitude, of appreciation, of thanks, literally hoda'ah, we invite all those at home to share in the chat all that they are grateful and appreciative for. Modim anachnu lach, she'ata hu Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu le'olam va'ed. Tzur hayenu, magen yishenu, ata hu ledor vador, nodeh lecha נספר תהילתך, על hayenu hamsurim בידיך, ועל נשמותינו הפקודות לך, ועל ניסיך שבכל יום עמנו, ועל נפלותיך וטובותיך, שבכל עת ערב ובוקר וצהריים, ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך, ולך נאה להודות.
Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tesiyim Le'olam. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tesiyim Le'olam. Ki ata hu melech adon l'chol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon l'chol hashalom. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tesiyim Le'olam. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tesiyim Le'olam. V'tov einecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tesiyim Le'olam. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tesiyim Le'olam. Tesiyim Le'olam. Tesiyim Le'olam.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ose HaShalom. So I invite us as we go into silent prayer tonight. I think so much is going on in the world as I watching with interest the voting in the Lords on the assisted dying bill, as we watch the march and protest against the new borders bill that seems to be about to bring in a very unfair system for judging asylum seekers and refugees coming to this country. There is so much for us to think about in the world and to feel our presence keenly. But tonight, as we enter Shabbat gently, I invite us to just think about what makes our life a life of peace and ease in our own families, amongst our friends, in the lives that we lead, to just be able to maximize on that Shabbat spirit that Natasha, you are bringing so beautifully to us tonight. And our chat is full of appreciation for you. So just with this mood of peacefulness, I invite you to take that into your silent prayer.
Adonai Suri, Adonai Suri, Vengo Ali, Vengo Ali. Oh, say shalom, shalom, bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, va'imru amen. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, amen. Say shalom, shalom, bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, amen.
Thank you, Natasha. So before we move on, I promise you it's not becoming a habit to bring a Mary Oliver poem to Shabbat, but just last week and this week just have spoken to me. And Mary Oliver, as well as writing Wild Geese and many others, and Wild Geese felt right for us last week, I want to share her poem Patience, because I think it captures just these moments in our life where, helped by Natasha's music tonight, Michael has lit tiny tea lights in the sanctuary. So for those of you at home, cozy in your homes, we have made our sanctuary cozy also. And for a brief moment, time stands still. And although we had to postpone our Shabbat dinner here in the synagogue tonight, we are hoping to do it again on November the 12th, I think that would be. Friday, November the 12th. So please let us know whether you plan to come, and don't leave it assuming, because if we don't know who's coming, we don't know whether it will be a dinner. But we love these moments of time standing still and us being able to be with each other safely, but with each other nonetheless. So Mary Oliver writes, "What is the good life now? Why look here? Consider the moon's white crescent rounding slowly over the half month to still another perfect circle. The shining eye that lightens the hills, that lays down the shadows of the branches of the trees, that summons the flowers to open their sleepy faces and look up into the heavens. I used to hurry everywhere and leaped over the running creeks. There wasn't time enough for all the wonderful things I could think of to do in a single day. Patience comes to the bones before it takes root in the heart. So another good idea, I say this as I stand in the woods and study the patterns of the moon's shadows, or stroll down into the waters, that now, late summer or fall, have also caught the fever and hardly move from one eternity to another." So stay still and see what this Shabbat brings you. So we're going to stand, those of us here, if we want to stand ready for Aleinu, that prayer that looks ahead, that hopes that our lives, we could transform our lives for each other into a better way of living, understanding truly that the Messianic age Jewish tradition may talk of isn't about a time and a season that one being will bring, but is something all of us will create together. So you can find on page 520 Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, אשר שם מלכנו להיחד את שמו, וגור עלינו להמליך מלכותו, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגופי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו ובזולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד.
Trusting in you, eternal God, we hope soon to behold the glory of your might, when false gods will vanish from our hearts and idolatry cease forever. Help us to perfect the world by bringing it under your unchallenged rule, when all will invoke your name, relinquish evil, and turn to you alone. May all who dwell on earth come to know that to you every knee must bend, every tongue swear loyalty. Before you let them humble themselves. To your glorious name let them give honor. Let all submit to your sovereign rule. May that time come soon and last forever. For ultimate sovereignty is yours, and to all eternity you will reign in glory. As it's written, the Eternal One shall reign forever. V'nema v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shamo echad. So we turn now to the Kaddish. We think of those who are mourning and remembering in our congregation. Tonight we think particularly of Rina Malka Bahar, grandmother of Claudia Prito Piastro, and I know so many of her family are here with us tonight from Mexico, from Barcelona. And we stand with you as you remember what sounds like the most extraordinary woman who gets to be remembered tonight in this community where you all meet tonight. Zichronah Livracha, may her memory be for a blessing, and may those who recall, remember, and loved her deeply be comforted in their loss. We turn also to the yard sites that fall in our congregation at this time. Joseph Gerber, father of Malcolm Gerber. Betty Goldstein, mother of Anne, John, and George Goldstein. Martina Hirsch, wife of Jack Hirsch. Trudy Lewis, mother of David Lewis. Natalie Pugh, mother of Helena Pugh. And Golda Vogt, mother of Stanley Vogt. Zichronam Livracha. May their memories be for a blessing, and may their names be remembered for a long time to come. Let's say the words of the Kaddish together. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shamei rabbah, bi'amad divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'hayachon v'yomechon, v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agalav izman kariv imru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mavorach le'olam almel maya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'a v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitada v'yitaleh v'talal shemei d'kudusha brichu, leila min kol berchata v'sherata, tushbachata v'nechemata, da'amiram v'yama v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya, v'hayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol b'nei Adam, v'imru amen. Let's sit down as we end our service with Hinei Matov. Somehow the power of us being together, whether energetically in the space, in our sanctuary, or whether it be across the screens, and we know we still manage to feel that energetic closeness. These words, Hinei Matov u'manayim, how nice it is, how pleasant. And we'll add the translation of brothers and sisters, all of us, all of us being together, and we mark that. And I look forward to seeing you here in the building. We're so aware that we will continue doing what we have set ourselves up to do, of being in the sanctuary with care, with masks, and continue to meet unless we are told otherwise. We know that just as we are beginning, or we're thinking of dropping more restrictions, that we need to hold on to that care to keep us safe, but then nonetheless we will attempt and work towards a chance for us to sit and eat together on the 12th of November. So watch the space, but meanwhile email us and tell us if that's something you would like to do, and we will find a way to do that safely. So let's go into Hinei Matov together.
Matov umanayim shebetachim gam yachad. Hinei matov umanayim shebetachim gam yachad. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
So beautiful, Natasha, beautiful, just what we all needed for tonight. So I'm just going to offer for us the priestly threefold benediction, a threefold blessing that we offer to each other, to our children, to each other in the congregation, to us here in the sanctuary. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. May God bless you and look after you. Ya'eh Adonai panav elecha v'yihuneka. May God look kindly upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God reach out to you in tenderness and give you peace. So let's go into Kiddush. Don't know who, I'm now going to have a peek and see who has their wine, their whiskey, their whatever you are making Kiddush over. If we've got anyone in from California, your cup of coffee, no doubt, to be able to say Kiddush together. So do join me in Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava v'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehila l'mikrayei kodesh zecher l'tziat mitzrayim ki banu v'charta v'yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha b'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Amen. Ooh, that was real red wine, not Palwin's. Thank you for that nice surprise. And Hamotzi for us all. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom all. Feel free to unmute yourself